Hi everyone, in this video we'll be discussing the stoichiometry question from the IGCSE May June 2017 paper 4 variant 1. This question concerns magnesium sulfate crystals that are both hydrated and anhydrous. Anhydrous means it has its water removed. In this first part of the question, they want us to find the number of moles of water that is removed. They gave us the mass of water that's removed in grams. We know that the mass of water that's removed is related to the number of moles through this relationship. The number of moles of water is equal to the mass in grams of water divided by the molar mass of water. Mass in grams of water is given in the question, that's 2.52 grams. The molar mass of water is 1 plus 1 plus 16. That's the sum of the relative atomic masses of every atom that makes up water. Unit is grams per mole. Using a calculator, we can work out that this is 0.14 moles. In the next part of the question, they want us to find the number of moles of anhydrous magnesium sulfate that remains in the crucible. They give us the molar mass of the anhydrous magnesium sulfate. Anhydrous means that water has been removed from the hydrated crystals. So similar to above, as long as they're asking us to find the number of moles and we have the mass in grams, the relationship to use is that the number of moles is equal to the mass in grams divided by the molar mass. We know that the molar mass of anhydrous magnesium sulfate is 120 grams per mole. That's given in the question. But for the mass in grams of magnesium sulfate, we'll have to work it out from the information given earlier in the question. So we know the mass of the hydrated crystals, we know the mass of the water that's removed. So the mass of the anhydrous magnesium sulfate would be the mass of hydrated crystals minus the mass of water removed. So that's 4.92 minus 2.52 grams. Using a calculator to work this out, so we get 4.92 minus 2.52 divided by 120, and this gives us 0.02 moles. In the third part of the question, they want us to find the ratio of the number of moles of anhydrous magnesium sulfate, so that's 0.02, to the number of moles of water, so that's in part 1, so that's 0.14. Number of moles of magnesium sulfate is 0.02. Number of moles of water, we've calculated it earlier in the question, at 0.14. To get this ratio to be in whole numbers, we have to divide both of them with the smaller of the two. In this case, the smaller of the two is 0.02. Divided by itself, that gives us 1. 0.14 divided by 0.02 is 7. In part 4 of the question, they want us to find the formula for the hydrated magnesium sulfate crystals. We know that the general formula for this crystal will be MgSO4 XH2O, where X is the number of water molecules bound to every magnesium sulfate molecule. We have found in part 3 that the number of water molecules bound to every magnesium sulfate molecule is 7. We have 7 water molecules for every 1 magnesium sulfate. So this tells us that X is 7. So since X is 7, the formula should be MgSO4 7H2O.